I'm joined now by Gina Abercrombie-Winstanley, a long-time US diplomat who is now a non-resident fellow at the think tank The Atlantic Council. Thank you for joining me, Gina. First of all, we've seen this shocking videos of emancipated Israeli hostages. The US envoy, of course, saying now they're determined to push for a deal to end this rather than reach a temporary ceasefire. How likely do you see a deal coming?
Thank you so much, Katie. Well, I believe there of course is an opportunity for that deal to be made. I think the videos of the hostages being in the same horrific condition as Palestinians really brings home what the lack of food means for anyone who is in the Gaza Strip. We've heard about journalists, we've heard about health workers, and of course, ordinary Palestinians being without food. So of course, we could expect the hostages to be suffering. This has been brought home to the Israeli people, and certainly they are pushing more families, particularly for this deal. If indeed the Trump administration and the international community press both sides to take the necessary steps for a deal, but it is going to require compromise. It will always require compromise from both sides.
I wanted to ask you about some of those compromises. What do you see both sides potentially having to give up?
Well, certainly Hamas needs to make a very clear and declarative statement and commitment that they are relinquishing all control over the Gaza Strip. I know that they responded to Special Envoy Witkoff's statement about them being willing to demilitarize, to give up their arms, as noting that they have a legal right to resistance with an occupation, and that is a fact. There is a legal right to resist occupation, but it must be within the confines of international law. And so Hamas, too, has to be held accountable for taking hostages, for killing civilians, for attacking civilian areas in Israel. They have to be held responsible as well, because resistance is not without bounds. So that is what Hamas is going to have to give up. Israel may indeed have to pull back and agree to a complete end of the war rather than simply a ceasefire. It is impossible to see why hostages would be released if there is not a commitment that can be trusted that the war is at an end. All leverage is lost if they release hostages and it's only a ceasefire.